Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Radio Days with Gary Music Miller. I'm Dave Black, your co-host. This is Gary Music Miller, longtime voice at WKEE, music director for about 1,000 years or so. And most of you in the tri-state area have heard him at one time or another bellowing over the airwaves and playing your favorite songs for you. So I'm sure that you were thrilled and excited to hear that.
I am very thrilled and excited to hear that.
And I'm sure the listeners back then were thrilled and excited as well.
Well, I hope some of the information I'm going to get into this week will deal with songs. I'm centering in on the year 1981. Surprise, surprise. That happens to be one of my favorite years in music. I've told stories about 1981. I got married in 1981. I told a brief story one time that I was on the beach at Myrtle Beach on my honeymoon and heard a song. And as soon as the song was over, I said, "We've got to play that song. That's great. That's incredible." And I called from Myrtle Beach back to Huntington, talked to Rick Swan, our old friend, who was the sort of the guy under me, and the song was "Lady, You Bring Me Up" by the Commodores. I absolutely loved it when I first heard it. It was not one of their biggest hits. It was a top tenor, I think. But that's my point is, music director's job was never done. Here I am on my honeymoon, and I'm thinking about songs that would sound great on the radio. I'd go to miniature golf. They'd be playing top 40 station of the loudspeaker. No matter where I went, I'd go to the mall, I'd hear, music. But that's the one song I remember calling in and saying, "We got to get that song on the air."
Weren't you on the beach once and a shark came up and started singing something you liked?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, that was right around Jaws time. So it was,
yeah. It was the shark, I think, was Kevin O'Leary. No. He was more Cuban. I don't remember.
Okay.
All right. Pardon me. What we're going to do with 1981, let me just start by asking Dave. Dave, when you think of the year 1981, what songs immediately come to your mind, if you can think of a few?
Let's see. There were two that had almost the same title that were released that year. That was 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. There was also Morning Train, 9 to 5 by Sheena Easton.
Yeah. Sure.
Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Jesse's Girl, Rick Springfield. Physical by Olivia Newton-John.
Stayed around forever. 10 weeks at number one.
Blondie, The Tide is High. I don't know. There's many more.
A lot of people will mention Betty Davis Eyes. Yep. They'll mention Endless Love. What I've done is list a group of 5 songs here that we played that did not do as well as I thought they should do. So some of them, I'm gonna throw a title out to you, and if you know the artist, great. And I know you will know the artist on a couple of them. I would bet money on it. Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe all 5. But these are songs from 1971 that we played that weren't Betty Davis Eyes, Endless Love, Jesse's Girl, the songs you got sick of. You didn't get sick of any of these songs because we played them, but we didn't play them a whole lot. And they didn't do great on the music chart. So let me start with number 1. This one's easy. Should be easy for you. 1971, the year of The Stroke.
Billy Squier.
Billy Squier, he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. Billy Squier debuted. There was a debut single from his 3rd platinum album, "Don't Say No." It was number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. That's as high as that song got. It was number 76 on the year-end Hot 100 chart. So it did make the Hot 100 chart, year-end chart. But Stroke, I thought, should have been a bigger song than number, whatever I said it was, 17. It was 17 on the Billboard Hot Song. Number 2, Modern Girl.
Modern Girl.
Modern Girl.
My cerebral cortex is failing me.
That's easy because Modern Girl, was slid in between 9 to 5 and her she did a song for your eyes only from a James Bond movie.
Another Sheena Easton? Is it?
Another Sheena Easton.
Oh, that one kind of escaped me.
Modern Girl. Modern Girl went to number 8, actually. It was released in 1980, but it did its big chart jumps in 1981. Morning Train, of course, went to number 1, and Modern Girl was the follow-up. And then after Modern Girl came For Your Eyes Only, which was thanks to James Bond. How about this one? Hold On Tight.
Hold On Tight.
Hold On Tight from 1981.
Goodness sakes.
We played this one more than it probably deserved because I really liked the band and I liked them.
I liked Hold On Loosely better than Hold On Tight. But,
hold on tight to your dreams.
Oh, that ELO?
ELO.
Oh, okay.
ELO. Hold On Tight. It was the first single from 1981's Time album. It went to number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. What else did I have here? Oh, it was number 1 in Spain, Switzerland, America. As I said, it went to number 10. It went top 4 in the UK, and it was the 81st biggest song of the year in 1981. So that's one that's easy to forget. And I don't blame you for not remember that one. They actually get a little bit harder. This one's easy. This one's easy. Smoky Mountain Rain.
If you're a country fan, that's Ronnie Millsap.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Smoky Mountain Rain, Ronnie Millsap, went to number 1 on the U.S. country song chart, and it charted on top 40, and we played it. It went to number 34.
Yeah.
Ronnie had quite a run of different songs that hit at various times, and Ronnie Millsap's Smoky Mountain Rain was a huge hit in Canada, big hit here, and I found out that it was sort of inspired, I will say. It wasn't in reaction to, but it was inspired by Kentucky Rain, which, of course, Elvis had a huge hit song with. So Ronnie thought, I can write a song, kind of like that. And he did. He wrote Smoky Mountain Rain, and he had a big success with that. And we've come to number 5. I hope you remember this. I loved this song.
If you did, I probably don't remember
Probably don't remember. It's called, okay, here we go. It's not a lone song for this guy. I Really Want to Know You. I really want to know you. I really want to show you how I feel. I really want to know you.
Oh, that
And does it strike anything in the back of your mind? Or is it totally gone?
I am not picking up vibe off of this.
I really, really love this song. I Really Want to Know You was Gary Wright's third hit song.
Oh my goodness.
Dreamweaver and Love Is Alive both went to number 2. Neither one of those went to number 1. And I don't blame you for not knowing I Really Want to Know You. I played the heck out of it. It went to number 16, and it was the 96th biggest hit of the year.
Wow.
And the last chart record for Gary Wright. So that's my 5 songs that I wish had done better in 1981, but I still got by with playing them because I was the music director. And I don't think there's really a bad song on the list.
Yeah.
Gary Wright could not do a bad song as far as I'm concerned. Dreamweaver, I was a little iffy about. I thought My Love Is Alive was a great song. And Smoky Mountain Rain is such a powerful song. The piano in that, where he goes, dun, dun. Smoky Mountain Rain just keeps on falling. Keeps on calling my name. The Stroke by Billy Squier, that was a hard one to miss out on in 81. Sheena Easton's Modern Girl, I don't blame me for not knowing. You could have stumped me with that, to be honest with you. It was released between Morning Train 9 to 5 and the theme song to For Your Eyes Only, which was her theme song to a James Bond movie. And Hold On Tight to Your Dreams, ELO. I loved ELO, so I thought it did go to number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 1 in Spain and several other countries. Now, we're at the end of that portion of our program. We're going to end up with something that some people have talked about. I've really received very little input from you about this, but I've had people who I know in person talk to me about the segment that I do called You Gotta Hear This. And both You Gotta Hear This songs that I have are from 1981. Neither one was a hit. Well, I loved them. Sorry, I still love them. We're going to start with a song called, you can bring these up on YouTube. You can hear both of these songs on YouTube. The first song's called Dance. And you have to put in the right number of Ds. I think you have to put in 7 Ds and then the word dance. And dance. Throw your arms around me. Oh, it was it bubbled under the Hot 100 at number 109. It's not from lack of promotion. Boardwalk Records, which was not really in business for a very long time, they signed with Boardwalk Records, Neil Bogart's label. Neil Bogart's a big name in the record label field. And Boardwalk Records was only in business from 1980 to 1983. And perhaps it was because of records like Dance. But I absolutely love that song. It's got a guitar part. It's got a guitar riff that it starts with. And then they go into keyboards. And I once let Dave hear this song, leaned it to Dave, and Dave was like, turned it off as fast as he could. It was not one that he cared for. But I want you to listen to it and tell me, am I wrong? Should it have been a hit? And I played it once or twice because I was able to. I was, when you're a music director, and it was 1981, and I thought, here's a song. Here's a brand new song for you on Boardwalk Records. It's by a group called Rox, R-O-X. Don't put too many X's in, or don't call it R-O-C-K-S, you won't get it. But Rox was the band, R-O-X, and the song was called Dance. We should have put that in. If that had been a bigger hit, we could have put it in our stutter.
We did. I think we did.
Did I mention it?
If my mind's working right, I remember that we did that.
I might have done that. The other song from 1981, You Gotta Hear. This I stand by. I'll stand off to the side and let you ridicule me for Dance by Rox. But this song was by a group called Graf, G-R-A-F. It was on Precision Records, which was distributed by Epic. Epic distributed this record. It was on Precision Records. And Frank Polino, I got to speak with him. He was from right around Cleveland, and the band was an Ohio band. The band was called, I'll tell you in just a second, I've drawn a blank. Steve Katz was the guitarist. Frank Polino was the lead guitarist. And the song was by Graf, G-R-A-F. It bumbled under the Hot 100. That actually is bubbled under the Hot 100, but I call them bumbled under the Hot 100. It went to, it bubbled under right around number 106. It did not crack the Hot 100. The song was called Come to My Arms. This song just grabbed me when I first heard it. One of the things our friend David Mills will enjoy this fact. It was one of the few songs that used steel guitar in a pop song. It was a pop song called Come to My Arms by Graf. The lead vocal was a cross between Michael McDonald and Rick Astley. That's the best way I can put it. He had a strong, deep, I spoke to him, as I said, on the phone. He had one of those powering voices that, and I said, you know what? We're going to make this record a hit. I played it again 2 or 3 times and realized it wasn't going anywhere, and we took it off the playlist. But that was part of the beauty of Key. Part of the beauty of Key Radio. When I was at WAMX, which was going up against Key, I went to AMX in 77 and 78. They were a top 40 station. They played 20 songs, and they played them over and over and over and over and over again. It was 20 to 30 songs. That was it. The beauty of Key was we played some songs over and over and over. You had to, because there were so many songs that when you picked up the phone, they'd be requesting the song that just went off. And that happened so many times. I can't even begin to count which songs that happened to, but I'd play a song. We mentioned Morning Train, 9 to 5 by Sheena Easton. I'd pick up the phone. Would you play Sheena Easton, Morning Train? And, I just did. It'll be on again in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So people complained that we played the same songs over and over again. And I challenged those people, come in and answer the phone sometime. That's a good radio question. I don't know whether it's ever been posed to me or not, but that's why songs were heard over and over again. It's because people were, every 5 minutes, somebody new tuned into the radio. And if you missed the song that just went off, then you you want to hear it again. And you'd call up. I'd say, well, I just played it. I'm sorry.
Well, they wanted to play it again because they didn't have their cassette tape recorder set to play to record the songs. They could hear it again later.
That's exactly right. And I don't know of anybody that taped Rock's Dance or Frank Polino and Graff, Come to My Arms. Come to My Arms, it's just, I don't know, if I could give somebody a song and say, do this song, it might not, it probably wouldn't work now. But, with all we mentioned a couple of weeks back that the same girl has 14 records on the top 100.
Right.
I mean, they don't use the same methodology of putting together charts. Now it's how many times a song is downloaded, how many times a song, is actually heard. How many, the sales don't come into it much anymore, but Come to My Arms never goes out of my mind. And this guy's voice is incredible, and you'll hear the steel guitar. And it has a great middle riff, and it's just really, really good.
Yeah.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. 1981, the year of the big hits,
Yep.
the year of the medium hits, moderate hits that I wish had done better. And then I've given you 2 hits from 1981 that did not make it.
Now, 81 also had other big songs, and then we didn't mention 2 that I want to mention right offhand.
Sure.
The biggest one, the first number 1 ever for REO Speedwagon.
Keep On Loving You.
Keep On Loving You, written by their frontman Kevin Cronin.
Wow. Okay.
That was their very first number 1 hit, and it was huge. It was just a monster during that time.
And there were groups, and I'm not saying they were one, but they did how many other songs there? Roll with the Changes, and rock and roll songs.
Right.
And there were so many groups that did rock songs that did not want to slow it down.
Right.
And I know Steve Perry, not Steve Perry, I'm sorry, Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler, thank you. Steven Tyler did not want to do, I just want to, help me out here, I don't want to miss a thing, which was from the movie Armageddon. His daughter was in that movie, and I think his daughter talked him into doing the song, and he didn't want to do that song because it was not an Aerosmith song at all. Yeah, so there were a lot of rock bands that did not want to do slow songs. Beth. Gene Simmons.
He hated that with a passion, and ended up being their biggest song.
It did. And what were you gonna...
Well, the last song I was going to mention was also written by the singer. Mm-hmm. It was called, and it was a crossover, like Ronnie Millsap. It was a crossover called "I Love a Rainy Night."
By
Eddie Rabbitt. And that, I mean,
you know what's interesting about that? 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton went to number 1. It was displaced and dropped to number 2 by I Love a Rainy Night. And then it went back up to number 1. So Eddie Rabbitt got, boy, we've come a long way, haven't we? From Bad Bunny to Eddie Rabbitt.
Yeah.
Eddie Rabbitt to Bad Bunny. But I Love a Rainy Night went to number 1 for 1 week, and it displaced 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton for 1 week, and then Dolly made it back up to number 1. But that's
Eddie Rabbitt and Bad Bunny. Too bad they both didn't do Hair of the Dog. Okay.
That's true.
Now that we've got that out of the way, I think we're finished.
We are. We've had another good show. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Hopefully you listen to the end to find out where he's going with this. And if you will listen to through the end of the shows that we do for you, it means a lot to us.
Right.
If you subscribe, if you're just tuning in to see what do these guys have to say about music, And I feel competent to do music. I feel competent to talk about music because I was a music director. There are other people that do music channels and never had anything to do with radio.
Oh, you don't have to forgive me. I just thought of something that we used to talk about a lot. It's what do you know about for songs? You've only listened to 1,000 of them and played 500 of them.
That's right.
So,
and that makes no
it's
sense.
An old inside
that
joke.
makes no sense to anybody else.
No.
But
anyway, like you said, we'd appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. Drop us a comment down here.
Down there.
We'd appreciate that too.
Would you like more shows like this one? Would you like us to focus on other years? Would you like us to focus on other types of music?
Would you like to see Gary walk on his hands?
Exactly.
So we
and for those of you that think there's something wrong with your hair, my part has switched. I had a part here, and the 2 brain surgeries that I had in 2022 are starting to catch up with me, and I'm starting to lose hair where I should have lost hair. So my part is now on this side.
Yeah, so well, my dad, bless his heart, he used to tell me, he said, "Son, your hair reminds me of heaven." And I said, "Really, Dad? Why is that?" And he said, "Because there'll be no parting there." Thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. Okay. With that said, I think we're going to part ways out of here.
Yep.
We appreciate all of you looking around. Remember to get a hold of this guy, rdwgmm@gmail.com. Drop us a comment down here. You can send him a message on X at Gary
That seems
Music
to
Miller.
be one of the more popular ways to get a hold of me. If you send me a DM on X, I will answer it. We'll probably use your question. Had one this week. We're going to say for
down the road.
What do we call them? Best of Mail or whatever.
Yeah. So
Viewer Mail shows. So.
As always, we are coming to you from the Museum of Radio and Technology at 1640 Florence Avenue in Huntington. Check them out at mrtwv.org. Well worth your time to check that out and to come here in person. So with that said, I think we are done. We wish you the best throughout the next week. And to everyone, take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time.